go down to Buck Roos. I think he's going to get a word with some of these drivers.
Real strong car again tonight. Nothing but one row in front of you.
Yeah, we had a really strong car all day. Car changed a little bit during qualifying, but we think we still have a good handling car for 25 laps. One lap doesn't mean a whole lot, so I think we got something for the guys up front. They're definitely the class of the field right now, but I think we can get there.
There you go. He did it one time in 2014, looking for victory lane once again in 2015. Jamie Sample. This car looks fast again tonight here at Langley Speedway.
Yeah, it was pretty good in qualifying. Ran a 17.9. Haven't done that in a while. Just hoping for a good top 5. Got to make it through the first one to make it to the second one.
There you go. Hot competition. He's so hot, he's got Smokey the Bear riding shotgun with him in there. Ready for victory lane again, buddy?
We're going to go for it. Can't seem to get this inside of the front row. My buddy here keeps on taking it from me, but we'll see what we can do.
There you go. Definitely no stranger to victory lane in 2014. Brandon Henson's number 17 machine will start on the outside of the front row. Mark Fry, definitely a hot rod once again in 2015, my friend.
Oh, yeah, definitely. We've been kind of fighting a little bit of a loose condition this year, but I think we've got a handle on it now.
There you go. Well, good luck to you tonight, my friend.
All right, thanks.
All right, that's your top 4 starters. So everybody's going. Okay, drivers, start your engine!
Mark Fry is going to lead the field in that 29. The next time they come by, he's got Mike Duman Collision Center, Tony Spivey Racing Engines. Spivey sponsoring Mark Fry from Hampton, Virginia, driving a Chevrolet Impala. He is 46 years old and ready to go up front, along with Brandon Henson in the 17. Brandon, one of those drivers that drives with one hand. He's got one hand on the on the roll cage, the other hand on the steering wheel. Remind you of somebody?
Oh, Danny Baker. He's doing it the same way years ago.
Brake King, Cam's Racing Engines, Heart for Orphans, Batiki Yo-Yo, Wilson's Auto Sales, and G. Nichols sponsoring Brandon in the 17. Those two drivers, Mark Fry and Brandon Henson, about to lead the field down for the first of 2 twin 25s. Safety clean night at the races at Langley Speedway. We're off and running. Shane Snyder has flown the green flag. And let's see who's going to lead the first lap. Andrew Condrey's fallen back just a bit as the 28 of Jamie Sample takes over third spot. It's going to be dead even across the line for the lead, but Mark Fry is going to stick his nose out and lead that first lap.
Yeah, Brandon gave him too much room on the bottom. Let him slide in that hole. He should have pitched him off a little bit.
Now Brandon's losing the second spot to the 28 of Jamie Sample. The 11, Tommy Sweeney, inches up there in fourth. Mark Clare sticks his nose up there to move up a little bit. He gets by Andrew Condrey and stays ahead of the MSRP number 2 of Michael Waters. This is a quick lap for these drivers and a quick race too. 25 laps. You got to get it done in a hurry, and they usually do. Mark Fry leads. Jamie Sample, Brandon Henson, Tommy Sweeney, Sean Scavell. After 3 laps of competition, Mark Clare, Andrew Condrey, Michael Waters, Thomas Marks, and Bubba Johnson, the 19. Haven't seen him in a while, but he's up here at Langley with that bright 19 on the side of the blue machine, ready to go. 2 sideways off of turn 4 as he gets to the bottom of the 36 of Andrew Condrey. He's gotten to the back of somebody. The hood is buckled up on the 2. And the 19, Bubba Johnson, comes underneath. Makes the pass on Michael Waters. 36, I should say. Andrew Condrey. Michael Waters just ahead of Bubba in the Pro Turf 19. 5 laps completed, 20 laps to go. Mark Fry in a position to get another win here at Langley Speedway. He's got a win, so does Brandon Henson. Brandon back in third spot in the 17.
Hell, Jamie Sample stepped up his program a whole lot since the start of the season and the end of last season. He's turned into a top 3 car these last couple of races.
Yeah, he wasn't as fast as he wanted to be last season, but he's definitely turned it up a little bit.
He's turned it up a notch.
He's got about 3 car lengths between himself and the 29 of Mark Fry. Mark is going to have to deal with some lap traffic here in just a minute with Jeff Driscoll just ahead, and also the 22. That's Brian Waters in the 22. They stay on the inside. The Car Masters 22, Brian Waters. Brandon Henson starting to gain some ground a little bit on the 28 of Jamie Sample for that second position. Yeah, I don't know who Michael Waters got into, but his hood is all bashed in the front. Still fast. Ten laps into it here at Langley Speedway. There's the Pepsi Grand Stocks. Safety clean night at the races. Top 4 cars with about a 10 to 15 car length gap between the 11 and the 6. Sean Scavell in the top 5 and 6, but being challenged by the 7 of Mark Clare as he looks on the inside in that orange and black Betts Automotive, number 7. Brandon's starting to come back to life a little bit, Sammy.
Yeah, he's starting to close him in on Jamie a little bit. And I think by the end of the race, he's probably going to have him because Jamie's car looks like it's freeing up in the middle a little bit. It just doesn't look like it's rotating the corner like it was.
And these Mustangs here for the Grand Stocks, they look good, don't they?
Yeah, these Mustangs Bears make good-looking race cars.
Number 7, Mark Clare was able to make the pass. He's driving one of those Mustangs. And here goes the 17, Brandon Henson, the Brake King machine, makes the pass. Tommy Sweeney right there in the 11. He's going to mount a challenge on the 28 of Jamie Sample. And I hope we didn't jinx Jamie by talking so good about it. That Pomoco, number 28.
I think his car is freed up in the middle a little bit for some reason. It's not rotating. I'd staying on the bottom like it was.
The Crofton number 11, Tommy Sweeney making his move down on the inside at the exit of turn number 2. Pulls up halfway next to the 28. His number 11 right next to that 28, and they rub on each other a little bit right there between 3 and 4. They know they got another race to go, don't they?
Yeah, I would hope they do.
He has almost completed the pass, but here comes the 75 down on the bottom, 3 wide on the back straightaway as the 11 and 28 make the pass. Tommy Sweeney and the 28 of Jamie Sample. 10 laps to go. Mark Fry leads Brandon Henson, Tommy Sweeney, Jamie Sample, and Mark Clare. In 6, Sean Scavell, 7th, Michael Waters, and 8th, Thomas Marks. Andrew Condrey is 9th. Bubba Johnson in the top 10 and 19. 5 is off the pace. Jonathan White. Let's go to Buck.
Yeah, guys, Jonathan White actually spun on turn 2 last lap through. Had to come back through the infield and back onto the track, so he's probably trying to just get the mud and everything off the tires.
Yeah, I didn't even see that. It happened so fast. Well, Bubba Johnson's doing a really good job for somebody that hasn't been to Langley this year. That Pro Turf 19. Nice looking race car, too.
He's been around this track a long time.
Yeah. Well, that 88 showing some life. Thomas Marks putting a challenge on the 2 of Michael Waters, now between turns 1 and 2. All right, Sammy, what kind of horsepower are we talking with these Grand Stocks?
I think these guys will be right around 400, 375 to 400. They've got a pretty good size Rochester 2-barrel on them. And actually, the carburetor, you can get the carburetor on these will flow better. It's a minimum weight model carburetor.
Is that right? Looks like a little bit of a fire underneath the hood on the 2 of Michael Waters. I saw a flash of some flames underneath that 2. I'll look at it again on the back straightaway.
Yeah, sometimes a piece of rubber will blow up on these headers, and they'll make a fire under the hood, but it'll go out as race goes on.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think it's out, whatever it was. 36 Andrew Condrey is making the move on him, though, and about to get the 8th position away from Michael Waters, and does. Ooh, Michael not giving up so easily. Gets into the back of Andrew Condrey. He's going to dive underneath. Try the crossover move. Made famous by that number 3. Andrew Condrey is going to return the favor and give him a little shove.
I bet it's hard to see over that hood in there, though. I mean, the hood's poked up pretty good.
That's a good excuse, Sammy. I can tell you've done this before.
Oh, yeah.
White flag in the breeze at Langley Speedway. Mark Fry looking to get another win. He's got one this year. He's second in the points. This is going to help him because the 17 is about to be passed by that number 11 of Tommy Sweeney. They still have another race to go tonight, but the first one goes to Mark Fry. He wins over Brandon Henson in the 17 and finishes second. Tommy Sweeney third. Jamie Sample fourth. Mark Claire in the top 5 in the 7. Sean Scavell in the 6th. Thomas Marks in the 88 and 7th. Michael Waters, the 2 car, in the 8th position. Andrew Condrey in 9th. Bubba Johnson in 10th. David Seed, 11th. 12th, Jonathan White. Jeff Driscoll in the 75. All right, Sammy, I'm going to put you on the spot. You saw the first race. Who are you going to put your money on for the second one?
That 29 car.
Sunlight here, and the moon's going up full and bright over top the back of the grandstands. You can see the car a little bit fade, but in the middle. And here's your winner, Mark Fry. Well, congratulations from Reverend Potter. I'll tell you what, man, we talked before, and man, I'll tell you what, about 15 to 17 laps in, you could tell you were just nailing your perfect times.
Yeah, just had to stay calm and not spin the tires. We're still a little bit loose, but we're on the right track.
Yes, sir, definitely so. I tell you what, Brandon looked like he was starting to catch you, but then he had to deal with Sweeney, so he wasn't getting too much. You had a good, 6 or 7 car length lead. And I mean, I tell you what, Sammy Gator was talking about how the car just looked like it's on rails for you.
Yeah, the only time we had problems was when we got into lap traffic, getting on the outside. It gets a little squirrely up there, but I think we're going to tighten it up a little bit and go for the next one.
There you go, tighten it up for the Moonlight race later on tonight. Pepsi Grand Stocks win number 1 on the night goes to Mark Fry. Now it's back up to you as the one to go, coming down on Pepsi Grand Stocks.
Thank you, Buck Roos. And here we go. Mark Fry, Brandon Henson, Tommy Sweeney, Jamie Sample, Mark Claire, the top 5, the way they finished that first race is the way they'll start the second one. Sean Scavell, Thomas Marks, Michael Waters, Andrew Condrey, Bubba Johnson, David C., Jonathan White, Brian Waters, and Jeff Driscoll, the 75. We are ready to turn them loose for the final race of the nighttime. Safety Clean night at the races. We appreciate the sponsorship from Safety Clean and all you do for the environment. That pace truck about to come down pit road. Here we go, Sammy.
This ought to be a good one.
Mark Fry, Brandon Henson will lead the field. And look at the start for the 17. Brandon Henson gets a good start. Not so much for the 29 of Mark Fry. 29, little delay in his starting. The 28 on the outside, Jamie Sample. The 11, looking good, Tommy Sweeney up there battling. Side-by-side race for that second spot. Mark Fry to the inside of the 11. Tommy Sweeney on the outside as the exit turn number 2. And out front, Brandon Henson in 17. Not a good start for the 29 there, Sammy.
No, Brandon's had a good start in the last race. He has real good starts, and looks like his car's working pretty good. So we'll see where it goes from here. Looks like it's going to be between him and the 29 here in the next few laps.
Looks like they made some adjustments to that 11 as well. The Tommy Sweeney, number 11, back there in third spot, just got past that 28 and is moving up. Brandon Henson showing the way. Mark Fry in second. Tommy Sweeney, Jamie Sample, Sean Scavell, the top 5. 3 laps into this 25-lap race, the last one of the nighttime. And Jamie Sample's trying to fight back for that third spot on the 11.
Mark picks him up a little bit on entry. Picks him up just a little bit on entry, but Brandon's got such a good exit. He picks him up, he loses him a car on the exit.
Yeah, he pulls about a half a car length to maybe 2/3 of a car length ahead of the 29. Buck?
Yeah, I'm watching the same thing you guys from down here. Both cars look like they have a good front end going in, but coming off the 29, you can talk to Sam about this, a little tail happy. So if that car can just dial in a little bit, get that looseness out of it on the exit, you're going to see the 29 come charging.
So what do you think about that, Sammy? He's saying the back end of the 29 getting a little tail happy?
Looks like it's a little free. I don't know what kind of changes they made, but it looks like it is just a little bit free.
It's amazing how equal in speed these cars are when you look at the speed chart, especially the top 4. Brandon, Mark, Thomas, and Jamie Sample.
Oh, yeah, you get these cars in the pits, after the first race, and you can swap your tires around, change your stagger a little bit, and then you change that stagger a 1/4 inch to a 1/2 inch. It's a whole lot on this racetrack.
The last time between 1 and 2, Mark Fry dove in hard to try and make a challenge on the 17 of Brandon Henson, the Brake King machine, but couldn't quite make it stick and had to let him go at the exit of 2. Now once again, he closes up right to the back bumper, but he's a rocket ship, that 17 off the corner, and he's made some right adjustments on the 17.
He said 17 looks like it might be a little tight in the middle. That's why Mark's catching him. But on exit, he's got a tremendous exit.
These cars so close together. The top four, nose to tail, separated by a car length between each other. They close in really tight in between the middle of the turn. And the 11, Tommy Sweeney with a challenge again by Jamie Samples, 28. Mark Fry going for the lead again. Pulls up right up next to the 17, and they drag race down the back straightaway, door to door and wheel to wheel. Same between 3 and 4. Brandon lets him go. Now he's got a challenge on his inside again. It's Tommy Sweeney challenging Henson for that second spot.
It doesn't look like Brandon can get his car down to the bottom of the racetrack. That's where you need to be going through these corners. It doesn't look like it wants to stay on the bottom anymore. It wants to drift up in the center of the corner.
He's fallen back from first all the way back to fourth as Jamie Sample now makes the pass on Brandon Henson.
You know, that shows you the difference between cold tires and hot tires. There's a difference right there as far as perfectness right there the first 10 laps of this race. Now it's starting to go away a little bit as the tires get hot.
Halfway sign has gone up in the windshield of Mark Fry's 29.
Whoa, there goes for Brandon.
Whoa! Henson spins around, caution flag is out.
Yeah, as the safety clean caution comes out, he smacked the right rear on the wall about a quarter of the way down the front stretch, guys. The car just would not bite. And when he hit, I guess the right rear probably went devoid or either just caused the car to snap. So that was the reason the 17 went around.
They're checking the right side and the right rear where that car slapped the wall, as Buck Roos was saying.
But he was catching the 29 Mark V. And now that he's got a caution to get right up to him, 13 laps complete, guys. We're just past the halfway point. This is going to be an interesting restart.
Speaking of interesting, look out who is on the outside of the 29, but the 7 of Mark Claire, who loves to mix it up. And there is the 88 also taking the Krispy Kreme cone. Thomas Marks on our safety clean caution. And the first for the Grand Stocks in the second race.
Yeah, that's another one of them cars with a new body on it. Mark Claire reskinned that car with a new Mustang body. Still got a Chevrolet motor, but it's a Mustang body.
It looks good. It's a hybrid, but it's fast. All right, here we go. Pace truck about to come down pit road, and we'll turn them loose again. We're halfway through this race. Claire tried to pinch the 29 down on the restart. And they're saying the 17 passed before the start-finish line, so they're going to black flag the 17. Buck was right, that 11 is fast. He's in second spot now, Tommy Sweeney. And side by side for that third spot, Jamie Sample, Mark Claire. And now Sean Scavell down on the inside of Claire. The 7 and the 6 will battle it out. And the 17 slowing up so he can take his car into the pits for that drive-through. And he couldn't quite get down. The 5 was on his inside. Sean Scavell and the 7 continue to battle it out. Scavell's going to take away that 4th position. And now a challenge for Mark Claire by the 19. Bubba Johnson coming to life here. Oh, big crash right here between 1 and 2. A couple of cars do evasive moves to avoid it. It is the 28, Jamie Sample, and the 11 of Tommy Sweeney. They're battling hard and heavy up there for that second spot. And these guys will have to go to the rear of the field, but that's going to be fun to watch these two come back.
I don't know if he might have enough to hang with the 29, but I look for him to be strong here as we get ready to have the cone come out, and we're going to go racing.
That Pro Turf 19, a nice-looking race car, at least on the left side. He's got into somebody on that 19 on the right side, and he's got a big scrape all the way down that blue and orange 19, but that Pro Turf machine looking good. All right, to the outside is going to be, Andrew Condrey? He had a chance to win a race a few weeks ago there, Sammy.
Yeah, he did. You know, it's a shame he couldn't pull it off, but he'll get him one. He'll get him one for us over. And that 19 car, he over the years he's always built nice looking race cars, and it shows every car he builds looks that good.
Yeah, and it's running good too. He's in the 3rd spot. Well, he will be on the inside. Here we go, green flag. Michael Waters also chose to use the Krispy Kreme cone. The 11 and the 28 trying to work their way back up through the traffic on the outside. And Andrew Condrey and the 6, Sean Scavell, just about got together at the exit of 2. Sample and the 11 getting together on that most recent caution flag, the safety clean caution. And look out. They're nose to tail. Tight quarters over here, Sammy, as Bubba Johnson, he's fallen back to 5th, but still a fast race car.
Oh, yeah, and he'll get better and better as the year goes on. He was a winner out here 20 years ago. He'll be a winner out here again.
Has it been 20 years? Hard to believe that, man.
Hey, 15 or 20 it's been.
Yeah,
He's been out here a good while.
Sean Scavell challenges 36, got him loose at the exit of 2. And Andrew Condrey just about lost it, but hangs on to it. Now the 2, Michael Waters is going to challenge for that 3rd spot. Bubba Johnson thinks about making it 3 wide. He falls back in line behind the 2. Meanwhile, the 29, comfortable lead, and it is going to be 3 wide on the back straightaway. Bubba Johnson to the inside of the 2. On the outside, man,
they pulled it off too. That's good racing right there.
Andrew Condrey, they're still 3 wide at Langley Speedway. 0.395 mile track, and they can't do this but for so long. Andrew Condrey again got caught on the high side, falls back as Mark Claire, the 7, and now the 11 comes underneath to make the pass. That was exciting. 4 laps to go. They're still racing hot and heavy over here. The 11, 28, 7, 19, and 2. And Bubba got into the 2 a little bit. Now Mark Claire wants a piece of the action. He dives on the inside of Bubba Johnson. He's got pressure by the 11 on his back bumper. Tommy Sweeney, who's got pressure to the outside. And that's Andrew Condrey. Wow, this is good stuff.
It's exciting racing right here. These guys always do put on a show. These Grand Stock Super Street cars, they really do put on a good show.
Lap number 23 about to come up in lights on the scoreboard here at Langley Speedway. And they are mixing it up back here between the 11, 36, 28, 17. And also the 2, the 19, and the 7. I bet our camera guy, Taylor's wishing he had about 5 different cameras right now.
No doubt. He can pick up action everywhere on the track.
He does have some extra cameras around the racetrack. I can't wait to see this video next week. 1 lap to go for the 29 of Mark Fry. Andrew Condrey getting passed by the 11 and the 28. Tommy Sweeney as the checkered flag comes out. The winner is Mark Fry. Sean Scavell second. For 3rd spot, close quarters, Michael Waters, the 19, Bubba Johnson, and the 7 of Mark Claire. What a race. All night long, it's been incredible racing action here at Langley Speedway. Thank you, race fans, for coming out and enjoying this Saturday night with us. We'll be next week. We'll be back with the NASCAR Wheel and All-American Series, late model stock cars, and a full field of automobiles.
And I'll see you next week. I'm going to watch the fight.
Sammy, thank you, buddy.
All right,
Appreciate all your help. Thank you. And Buck Roos, thank you, sir.
Mark Fry will sweep the twin races for the Pepsi Grand Stocks tonight at Safety Clean Night at the races. He's going to go ahead and get unbuckled. But for right now, here is your winner for the Pepsi Grand Stocks the 2nd time tonight, Mark Fry. Mark's going to go ahead and get a bottle of water from Reverend Potter. Mark, you've definitely been the person to beat tonight, and pretty much all year so far, only losing 1 race. But you're doing pretty good this year. Tell us about your car.
We took off where we left off last year, and we've just been slow and methodically fixing it, getting it better and better and better, and I guess it's showing pretty good.
Definitely, because you've won 3 times this year so far, so it must not be a lot to fix, though. Or is there, and is that how much faster you think you can be in the next coming weeks?
There's not a whole lot, but we just don't want to overdo it. Don't want to go too far.
All right. Well, I'm sure you also have a lot of sponsors and people that help you throughout the season.
Mike Duvin Collision Center, Performance Graphics. That's about it.
All right, well, congratulations, Mark Fry, on your 2nd win for the night and your 3rd this season in the Pepsi Grand Stocks.